which is always my mantra, right? I'm always talking about advanced bookings because I think that's the best way to save them. That's what I call Aloha Spirit. It's a world championship. It's 32 miles to cross the channel from Molokai to this part of Oahu on the east side. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher. Thanks very much for checking in with us. Got a great show for you today. We're going to be checking in with Brian Brigner. He's the CEO of Legendsin Concert here in Waikiki. This is a great show I can't wait to tell you about. This is our 488th podcast for December 30th, 2011. So glad you're here. Can you believe it? It's the end of the year. And I wanted to take this opportunity here. This is our last show of the year. To thank all of you for being here and supporting our show. And I'm so touched by some of the gifts that I've actually gotten from you. Lots of cards and letters and actual boxes of stuff. The other day I got some delicious Saratoga chips from Saratoga, Washington, and lots of baked cookies from you guys. It really, really warms my heart, and I want to thank you for all the aloha that you guys show throughout the year. We bring this show to you every Friday, and we're going to continue to do that through the year, and we're going to try and bring you more guests and have a lot more fun than we're even having right now. It's been beautiful in Waikiki. We are back. We had a wonderful trip to Taiwan, and we'll be telling you about that in the upcoming days as well. Also going to be reviewing the show down in Waikiki called Lisa Misalucha. We saw that the other day. Going to be reviewing that on the blog. So make sure that you're checking out our blog every day, hawaii-aloha.com/blog. So we're going to be right back with our guest after this, so stay tuned. My name is Bruce Fisher, and I'm the owner of Hawaii Aloha Travel. We know that planning a Hawaii vacation can sometimes get complicated. That's why our Hawaii Aloha staff is available right here to help you every step of the way. I invite you to check out our website, www.hawaii-aloha.com, or give us a call at 1-800-843-8771. Until we see you here in the islands, I'll say aloha and mahalo. Aloha and welcome back to the show. Joining us today is Brian Brigner. He is the CEO of Legendsin Concert. It's a new show that's opening up here in Waikiki, but it's also an internationally renowned show. And Brian has quite a biography. He's a producer, director. He's done pretty much everything in the entertainment industry. And you really come from a strong country background. You work with some of the greatest in the country business. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about your background. You've worked with some of the best. I know you've worked with the Gatlin brothers. What was that? The 70s and 80s?
Yeah, the 80s and 90s. And 90s. So a little later in their career. But worked with several Grammy Award-winning artists. Ronnie Milsap, who had
Ronnie
41
Milsap.
#1 hits.
Yeah, he was like one of the first crossover country artists.
He really was, and it was amazing working with Ronnie due to his blindness and his handicap. Many people didn't know the man, but they knew the music. Mm-hmm. And as I said, over 40 #1 hits. The Gatlins were regulars on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes.
Larry was such a showman and such a great interview that he was on a lot of television. But worked with a lot of real stars and
Lee Greenwood.
Yeah, Lee with obviously the
God Bless the USA.
World-renowned song, and certainly you can't go to any July 4th festivities or even New Year's Eve festivities and not hear something from Lee, especially the patriotic stuff.
So what were those years like for you? I mean,
they were great. Those guys had so many wonderful hits, and they were all really, really good people. I mean, Ronnie Milsap, truly one of the nicest people I've ever met. Lee Greenwood, an amazing guy. The Gatlins, hosted, hundreds of thousands of guests at concerts over the years, and always took time after the show to really spend time with the guests, thank them to be fans.
Yeah, there's something about country stars that do that.
They really
more than
do.
Others.
They're very approachable. I've always said that about the country stars. Even today, the Kenny Chesneys and the Brad Paisleys and the Carrie Underwoods, just amazingly approachable people, as opposed to a lot of super mega stars these days that have an entourage entourage of hundreds, and
Right,
you can't,
right.
you just never feel like you have any connection with them personally.
Right,
So.
country music has really changed over the years. We spoke about crossing over and going into the mainstream, but I think that part of country music has never changed.
It's never changed.
And I think that's what makes it so unique.
Yeah, and I think where I'm at today with what we do certainly took a lot of the things that I learned from those guys in the business, and having those moments with the fans, and every night going into the show trying to think, how can we impact the fans? How can we impact somebody? I always say you never know what someone's going through.
Right, exactly.
And they're looking for an escape when they come to a live entertainment show, and to turn off the economy and the news and the world for a couple hours and just kind of let their hair down and have a great time. And that's my approach every night, is to try to set that stage for the guests.
And how do you do that? Or is there a lot of interaction with the guests? Is there reaching out at the end or the beginning?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I think it's throughout the whole show. I'm just so big on live shows about breaking down that fourth wall. I mean, I want them to be touchable, feelable. I want them to be involved, be interactive. I always say, if not, you should be home watching a DVD on your television. So I want it to be truly live, and that's the one thing that our show really does.
We're here with Brian Brigner. He is the CEO of Legendsin Concert. Now, Legendsin Concert is something that is international.
It is.
So how many shows do you have going all over the country?
Well, tonight you can see it in any of 7 markets throughout the world,
Wow.
as well as the top cruise ship in the industry right now on the entertainment side, which is Norwegian Epic. And
It's on the Epic. Oh,
yeah, it's on
okay.
Epic. Us and Blue Man Group are featured entertainment there every night, which is pretty amazing. Two Center Strip Vegas shows on a cruise ship somewhere in the world tonight.
Exactly.
But she's cruising in the Caribbean right now. Spent the summer in the Mediterranean. But the show truly is international. It's been seen in 15 countries on 5 continents. Over 30 million fans have seen Legendsin
Gosh,
Concert.
that's really incredible.
Yeah, the company started in 1983 and has been all over the world, and now is here. So
That's fantastic. Okay, so tell us a little bit about what makes this show here in Waikiki so unique.
Well, it's the only show, or the first show really, for Legends in its 28-year history that was actually written with a market in mind. Certainly,
Smart, because of the
we
Hawaii
came over, we did our homework, and everybody said people want a Hawaiian show in Hawaii, and so we said, you know what, we can't stray too far from what Legendsin Concert is, which is the world's greatest live tribute show, but we've got to create a product that works specifically for this market, because so many people come here and they want that Hawaiian experience. And so at the end of the day, it's kind of the best of both worlds. I mean, we do in the show the Legends elements that make us what we are, and truly separate us from anybody else in the world that tries to do what we do. But at the same time, we've got several segments in the show that truly make you feel like you're in Hawaii, and certainly accentuate the Elvis Blue Hawaii years, which, we have Elvis everywhere, but we don't necessarily really get heavily into the Blue Hawaii movie songs. The Aloha 73 concert, we do several songs from there, including, I'll Remember You, the famous Kui Lee song, and our Elvis artist does an amazing job of setting that up, and it always gets a very warm response here. And
well, Elvis was so popular here.
He was.
I mean, he was almost synonymous. He was kind of like iconic for Hawaii, back in the day. And of course, there's a Rockahula thing. What is that?
Well, the show is called Rockahula.
Oh, it is called Rockahula. Okay, I'm sorry.
So it's Legendsin Concert Waikiki presents Rockahula.
That's perfect.
Yeah, and I said, that's ideal. I mean, it's it's what we do, which is rock and roll, but it's going to clearly, make sure that the guests and the locals know that this is a Hawaiian show as well, and it actually does have hula in it. So it really is a nice mix.
So what other popular entertainers can we see there at the show?
Yeah, well, we've got as we mentioned, Elvis, and this is the only Legend show in the world that has 2 Elvises.
2 Elvises, wow.
Yeah, so we've got early era, Blue Hawaii Elvis, and then later in the show we've got jumpsuit concert years Elvis. So there's 2 Elvises.
So he's beefed up.
He's wears the jumpsuit and the high collar and all the rhinestones and jewelry.
Perfect.
The great rings. But in between them, we have Elton John, who obviously has toured Hawaii many, many times, and is here coming up very, very soon.
This place,
Loves Hawaii, and has played Maui as well many times. We've got Michael Jackson, who amazing. After Michael Jackson passed away, the demand for Michael Jackson in our company soared.
Really?
And we see that all the time. Once somebody can't see an artist again, the interest peaks with Legends in Concert, because one, we have the top tribute artists in the world that do it, and then two, just once you can't see somebody, that's what you want. It's almost like a kid.
Right.
It's like,
exactly.
well, I can't have that. Well, I want that.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the same thing happened with Johnny Cash. The same thing happened with Ray Charles. A lot of our artists, once they pass away, the interest spikes. And Michael, it's amazing to me because it was like everything was forgotten, because there was an era there in Michael's career towards the end that there were some not great news
shaky,
stories.
Yeah.
But you know what? Every night people are going crazy at the
I'm looking
show
forward to
over
seeing
there.
that.
Oh my gosh!
I'm a real Michael Jackson.
The roof
fan.
just comes off. I mean, and Damian Brantley is here doing Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was going to be my question. So these impersonators are coming in from the mainland. These are not local impersonators. And a lot of them are Las Vegas headliners. They came in from Vegas.
They're all Vegas based with our company. We have about 80 tribute artists in our system worldwide. I think it's interesting though, and especially for your show, to know that we have 15 dancers in the show, and we actually hired 14 of them locally. We have a 5-piece live band. We hired 3 of them locally. And all the technicians we hired here except for one. So it's actually a heavy Hawaii cast, minus the Legends, which we flew in from the mainland. And Damian, the Michael Jackson, was appearing nightly in the Las Vegas Legends show. And we wanted to bring the best of the best over here, and so we pulled him out, and he's here. We also have Lady Gaga on the show.
Yeah, I read that too. Wow, that's going to be interesting.
Yes, a character that was not on our radar 18 months ago.
I know, right?
And now we've built 3. Because of
we built 3 Lady Gagas. How about that? Okay.
Crazy. Just because of the worldwide demand for the character. And I think the 2011 stats came out yesterday. She had one of the top 5 North American and U.S. tours, worldwide last year. And so she's super hot. And, we asked, again, we came to the market and really did our homework. And especially with the international guests coming here, the eastbound visitors, when we were throwing out all these names, we kept, as soon as we got to Lady Gaga, like, oh, Gaga, gotta have Gaga, Gaga. And so,
can you imagine what those strategy sessions look like, huh? A bunch of guys in the room. Let's see. Who can we impersonate the best?
80 names here. Who are we going? But you know what's amazing about it?
Are you the final arbitrator on this, by the way?
I'm in the mix.
Yeah.
I'm in that meeting.
Guess so, yeah.
I'm in that meeting because I always say you're only as good as your last show, and it's all about the product we're presenting.
So when you put out a call, is it like American Idol? All these people come out of the woodwork trying to imitate people. It must be like
we get hundreds of submissions a year to our Vegas offices.
Yeah.
And then the other way we find characters is we may be sitting somewhere and you see a singer or a front person in a band, and you just say, wow, that guy's voice sounds a lot like Rod Stewart, or I think I could pull the look off with that guy, or it's something. And so a lot of they come all different ways to us, but a lot of times it's us seeking them out, or as I said with Gaga, building them. I mean, having somebody in our system that we said, okay, this girl has similar features. We know she can sing. Maybe she was a Madonna at one point.
Right.
There's a lot of similarities, at least accusations or similarities between Madonna and Gaga's vocals, right?
I know there are.
And so maybe you build one from there. But it's amazing every night, because there were several little girls at the show last night, and they were just singing these Gaga songs. I mean, word for word for word. And then you got Mom, and she's singing Suspicious Minds and throwing down and trying to get Elvis's scars. And I just say the show every night, it's people reliving old memories and creating new ones. I mean, sharing each other's music with each other, and then at the end of the night, all the stars come out, and this is where we talked about working with the stars previously, and we bring them out in the lobby, and they do meet and greet, and they do autographs, and they do pictures, and they come out of character, and they're just you and I, and you're like, wow, this guy's not a freak. He's not going to wear the jumpsuit around the Royal Hawaiian Center tonight. He's actually going to go put on jeans and a t-shirt and flip-flops and go hang out and just be himself. So.
Well, you know what? It sounds like an amazing show. Let's remind everybody where and when and how they can get tickets. It's right here in Waikiki at the Royal Hawaiian Center. It's on the 4th floor where the level 4 used to be. It goes 6 days a week, right? I think you're dark on Mondays.
Dark Monday nights.
Dark Monday nights. It's at 8. What time is it? 8:30.
8:15.
8:15. Tickets are usually...
There's actually
a whole tier of
packages.
pricing.
Yeah, there's just a cocktail only. Tickets start at only $50, which is an amazing price point. All the way up to what we have a really neat experience called the Green Room Experience, which is dining stage side, backstage experience. We actually go back in a green room and you're sipping on green champagne.
Hook us up with that one.
Yeah, you're kind of a big shot for the night. So, and that's doing very well. It's a very
That's only like $50 more, a little add-on.
Yeah, it's upgraded packages. So there's like 4 different packages.
Terrific.
But so price points for everybody, experiences for everybody, and
it's going to be a great time. And they have a New Year's Eve show that's happening, and there's still tickets available for that. That's $99, plus they do have the $50 add-on. It goes on at 10:15 right to 12:15, so you can bring in the new year. For us locals, or if you haven't decided, for those of you coming in who might be catching this is a great show. So you definitely want to check it out.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Brian Brigner. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our audience before we go? I think we covered a lot here.
Covered a lot of territory. I just want to invite everybody out. We're having so much fun every night, and it truly is a concert. And so you're going to come out and you're going to let your hair down. You're going to sing along, clap along. Very interactive, and I just think it's an overused cliche sometimes, but it's one of those feel good shows. You just walk out.
That's what we
need
tonight. That's what we need.
Let's feel good.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks
Brian.
for having me.
Do appreciate it, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in next week. Actually, whenever the next Friday is, my calendar gets mixed up when we get into January. But we'll see you on the first Friday in January. That'll wrap it up for my beautiful wife Yaling. For all of us here at Hawaii Aloha Travel, we'll say aloha and mahalo.